Hi, Usana. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. This is Kathleen Rockney, and we are starting our Facebook Live. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. I see people have joined. Let me know when you can hear me or see me. Hi, folks. Can you see me and hear me? I'm getting text too. I'm a baby boomer, so it takes me a while to figure this stuff out. I have launched. Okay, so I see Veronica says, I can see and hear. So that sounds great. I hope the rest of you can too. Yay! Okay. Baby boomer techie success. Okay, this is an awesome subject for me to do. Again, my name is Kathleen Rockney. I'm a gold director in Southern California, Team USA. And I want to say something about both convention and supporting everyone in the United States. Annual USANA convention is such an amazing gift that is given to us. Before I joined USANA, I was a part-time aerobics instructor. And I went to their annual convention. Now, this was 1990. I was making poverty level wages with them, and they charged over $900 for a 3-day convention. I'm sure it's around $2,000 now. So when you look at the highest price that USANA charges for people at the door at convention, you have to understand what a bargain it is and what a value. And you're going to make a lot more than some aerobics instructor. So that's my tip about convention. We've still got a little bit of time for you to get a ticket or for you to have a voucher and to call USANA and get that voucher turned over into an actual reservation. So do it if you can. The second thing is I love this page because we are Team USA. And at convention this year, I want to hear all of you screaming, shouting, stomping, clapping every time a USA person goes across that stage. I am so in awe of so many of the other countries who do that. Every single person who crosses from Mexico gets all of Mexico in the arena shouting for them. And I want to see that kind of enthusiasm for Team USA as well. So let's get started. This is my 24th consecutive convention that I will be attending. So some of you on this call were not even potty trained 24 years ago, and some of you on this call weren't even born yet. I was 42 years old when I joined 24 years ago. I will let you do the math. So let's get started. We're a few weeks away from just an amazing convention. My job, my passion with this session is to make you feel comfortable about it. Even if you are a returnee, maybe you forget some of the things that make it most comfortable for you at convention. So I'm going to cover that. I want you to be comfortable packing, planning, being excited, and getting at convention. Later on this week, USANA Corporate will actually give you logistics and also give you some new announcements on what's happening with who's going to be at convention and how it's going to be laid out. I'm not going to go deeply into that. This is about you and your comfort. At the end, I'm giving a giveaway. So you just heard it. I'm giving a giveaway. And I'll go ahead and tell you what it is. It's a $50 logo merchandise gift certificate. So get your people on this. And it'll have a deadline. You don't have to do the contest right after this. You're going to have a few hours to do it. But get your people watching this also after it converts. Okay, 24 years. This all started because I am a little bit OCD and I travel with a very precise travel list. And when I go somewhere and I have forgotten something, I put it on my travel list to remember the next year. So all of that OCD on my part is going to help you. There are some websites that I recommend you get familiar with and actually, in some cases, study. One is TSA.gov. I want you to know what is allowed on board if you are flying, and look into TSA PreCheck. TSA PreCheck, you've got time to do it, will allow you to bypass the longer security lines and will allow you to get into the faster line, and you don't have to take off your shoes and you don't have to take your laptop out of the case. And you don't even have to take your Ziploc bag of liquids out of the case. So look at TSA PreCheck. Go onto the USANA hub frequently between now and convention and start to see what gets added on, because they will enhance their agenda information. They will give a little bit more information about it. And look at the speakers and start to get excited about the speakers. I think they have video clips on all of the speakers this year on the hub. And then go to either wonderground.com. And by the way, all these notes, all of my OCD notes, I'm going to post as a PDF in comments at the very end on this thread. So you will have all of this stuff. So you can share Kathleen's OCD-ness with 6 pages of notes. But of course, most of us have a smartphone weather app, and we can see 10 days ahead. So get Salt Lake City, Utah, and actually use the actual zip code of the hotel that you'll be staying at, or the zip code of the arena that we will be at, and use that for your weather hub. But also when you're on your laptop, I go to wonderground.com and I look at Salt Lake City ahead of time. And why? Because Salt Lake City has a wide range of weather, including temperatures from winter to summer. But in mid-August, they start to sort of, there can be a transition back to fall. It might be 95 degrees one day, 65 at night. The next day it might be 80 degrees and 55 at night, or 48 at night. So be aware of that. So I want you to know about that. Okay, airline and hotel. About a week before, be sure that you check your airline reservation online and just make sure it's fine, that it looks fine. There's been no adjustment to arrival, departure, any of that. I want you to be aware of that, and just that is a homework assignment. A week before, check your airline reservation. And then 24 hours before, most airlines allow you to check in. Do that too. It just makes it easier. I always use checked in luggage because I'm going to take a lot of stuff back from convention. But get that done. Getting from the airport to your hotel, there is Express Shuttle, and in my notes, I'll give you the website of where that is, but you can also Google Express Shuttle Salt Lake City. It's $10 one way plus tip for you to get on the Express Shuttle in the baggage area, outside the baggage area, and get to your hotel if it's in the downtown area. Or 3 of you, if you happen to be traveling with some other people, can get a taxi. And a taxi, last several times I've done this, is around $25 from the airport to the downtown hotel area plus tip. But if you're dividing that by 3, it's very, very doable, and it's actually cheaper than Express Shuttle if you're traveling with other people. And they will see in the taxi line, if there's 3 of you and there's a lot of luggage, they know to hail a taxi that is more like a van. All right, some packing tips. You need to pack comfortable shoes, and I highly recommend, even men, pack more than one pair. If you happen to more than one pair, if you happen to get blisters on your feet, you want to have another pair of shoes of a different style or fit to wear to help get those blisters off. Packing tip: add bandages to your toiletry bag, because quite often it happens no matter how careful you are. When you pack those shoes in your checked-in luggage, put them on top, sole up. And I also put them in like a reusable plastic bag, Ziploc bag, an old newspaper clear bag. But if TSA does decide to go through your luggage, you're going to want to have your shoes on top. Most often, that's what they're seeing, is the bulk of the shoes. Let's see what else I've got here. Dress in layers. So pack with that in mind. Men and women have a light jacket that you can toss into your USANA tote bag, a sweater, something, because especially in the Salt Palace, I find that just because it's huge, it's airy, it's going to get very breezy in there. In the arena, normally the temperature is a little bit more, it's more like we kind of heat up the arena. So you may not need that, but you're going to have a tote bag with you, and you're going to want to keep something with you to put on in case you do get chilled. An umbrella. So if you don't have one already, invest in one of those little small umbrellas that are lightweight, easy to pack. And I'm always thinking about ounces on this trip because I will be wanting to put some USANA merchandise in my bag to take back home. So an umbrella, and have it, if it's small also, and there's any chance of rain, you can pop it in a tote bag to take it to the Salt Palace or to the arena. Bring an empty small suitcase if you can, if you're on like Southwest Airlines and they allow you to check in 2 bags, or a collapsible duffel bag, or an extra large purse or tote bag that you can bring some USANA items back with you on carry-on onto your airplane. If you're driving, I'm jealous, because if you're driving, you can buy Rev 3 cans, you can buy all sorts of stuff and just put it in your trunk and you'll be fine. There is a UPS shipping station in or near the USANA store at the Salt Palace. So if you decide that, oh, I've already hit my limit, then you can ship things back. There's also a post office, a USPS store within walking distance, and they have free priority boxes. You're going to have to buy tape probably to tape it up, but there are free priority boxes if you want to do that. But the UPS store is usually the easiest thing to do. It's just so convenient. And you do have to be aware of weight. So what I do when I check in to go to convention, I look at that number on my bag. And if it says I'm at 40 pounds, I know I've got 10 pounds worth of USANA merchandise that I can bring back with me. So do that. For those of you that haven't traveled on a plane for a while, TSA security has a couple of nuances. Now, when it first got very, very rigid, you couldn't even have tweezers on board. But you can have tweezers, you can have little tiny manicure scissors, you can have like the little, the eyeglass repair kits that have little tiny screwdrivers in them. You can have that with you in carry-on. So be comfortable with that. Again, when you go to tsa.gov, you can check what's prohibited and what's allowed, and you can see what you can get. TSA locks. If you haven't been traveling for a while, or if you still get kind of confused about this, you have to have an unlocked checked-in bag, because if TSA sees something suspicious in under X-ray, they're going to go through your bag. If it's a locked bag, they will break your lock. So what I did was I went online to Amazon.com. I bought TSA approved locks, set the code. I have a lock on my checked-in bag, and I have a spare lock in my carry-on in case, in the rare chance, that lock gets broken by TSA checking it. So it'll say TSA approved. You can't see it here, but it says TSA approved. And that is, I believe, the TSA emblem that says TSA approved. If you don't have a chance to get a TSA lock, take a really thick wired plastic zip tie, twist tie that you may have from something else that you've purchased, maybe some electronics or whatever. Put a couple of those in and twist tie close all of your zippers on your bag, and then that will help too. Okay, you getting excited? You know, by the way, positive thinking is all about anticipation sometimes. So start getting excited about this, because this convention is going to be awesome. And if you're new to this, just I can't even tell you how wonderful it's going to be. All right, clothing. General attire is smart business casual. Why? Because you will have a USANA badge, And you will be wearing that badge probably when you take your lunch breaks, when you go back and forth from the hotel, when you go back and forth from the parking lot if you're driving. You want to look USANA classy, and we want you to be comfortable. So smart business casual, that means instead of jeans and shorts and a t-shirt, you're going to want to wear a polo shirt or something a little bit nicer. Women, if you've got a comfortable skirt, wear a skirt, or capris or nice slacks, but feel proud of who you are as a USANA representative. Now, there are some exceptions to smart business casual, and we're going to go over those. First one is the Wednesday night before the official opening of convention. You will have by then gotten your badge and registration, and the Wednesday night USANA Fest that's going to be held at the corner of the Vivint Arena, and you will see it. You'll see mobs of people going to it, but the arena is where we're going to have our general sessions. That outdoor setting is going to have a USANA Fest. And I mean, it is like a festival with live music, and our own CEO, Kevin Guest, is up there on stage strumming the guitar and singing. There may be some guest appearances by some other certain people, and I'm going to just leave that tease out there. My ear on the ground tells me that it's going to be a 70s theme. That is one nuance I can give you right now, that it will be a 70s theme. So if you've got a tie-dye shirt that you want to bring and some cutoff jeans, or you've got a 70s fringe vest, or you've got a 70s headband, or you've got a flower-powered dress, wear it, enjoy it, have fun. And I do, because of the USANA Fest being sort of the first networking, exciting event, you do want to arrive as early as you can on Wednesday, if not before. Okay, Thursday night, that is our awards ceremony. Now, throughout the entire general sessions, they give awards at different times. But the big awards are at the awards ceremony on Thursday night, and we do it Oscar style, which means put something in that's very nice. Men, that means at least put in a sports jacket if you don't want to do a tie, and some nicer slacks, and really dress up and honor those people that are going to go across the stage. You will see some women in some drop-dead gorgeous Oscar-worthy gowns. You don't have to dress that much, but wear something dressy. Either your Easter finest or a nice cocktail dress. Wear something dressy and feel proud of that too. I recommend having for Thursday night, because that is an evening event right after we've had a full day. That's when you may want to grab a quick USANA shake or a light supper, get dressed, and go and arrive early. I've been told that the red carpet photography opportunity starts at 5:30. So if you can get there at 5:30, you can get your photo taken, and then at the end of the weekend, there will be a Smug Mug website URL that will be given out where you can find professional photos that were done of you and the people that were your guests. The event starts at 7, that's my understanding. It may shift. And then at the end, after that, and this is all in the arena, at the arena, then everybody wanders down for a 10 p.m. after party, because an Oscars event has to have an after party. And it will be back at the Salt Palace in one of the main ballrooms. So that's exciting. So that's exception number 1 to Smart Business Casual. Exception number 2 is Friday night. For all of you on this USA page, Friday night is the USA team party. Now, in previous years, Friday night was the team designated night for teams that had enough people that they wanted to celebrate on their own. But USANA is highly recommending that we all band together as Team United USA and have our own party. That one is starting at 7:30 p.m. and that is at the Marriott that is right across from the Salt Palace. The Marriott at 75 Southwest Temple. It'll be in there. And we have a theme for that night too. It's the royal wedding. So ladies, go on to Amazon.com and search for a fascinator or wedding hat and wear a cute little hat, wear a cute little cocktail dress. Men dress up again. We don't mind if you're in the same thing as Thursday night. And join the Royal Wedding Friday Night USA party. They will have light appetizers there. So that's the second exception to Smart Business Casual. The next exception is Saturday morning. And that is the 5K walkathon for the True Health Foundation. And they call it Champions for Change. It can be a race for a few of those that are really into this. But for most of us, we walk it, we enjoy it. It starts at 7 a.m. And you get into that race, you get into that 5K by going onto the hub, into event registration, then into international convention, and there will be a link that will take you out to where you can register for the 5K. You will get a commemorative t-shirt, and you will pick that up at the True Health Foundation booth at convention. And there will be other ongoing exercises that you can do at convention to help support that foundation. So those are the exceptions to the Smart Business Casual rule. Now, some more tips. You've got to keep your iPhone ready and charged, or a camera, for spur of the moment opportunities to have a photo with whoever's wandering around. And all of our corporate executives wander around. You will see diamond directors wandering around, and in this company, all of them are so approachable and they're so happy to have a selfie with you or whatever. And of course, you're going to post that on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever. So keep your cell phone with you, your camera with you, keep them charged. Here's another travel tip: bring your charger. Now, something I just did over the weekend, and it just arrived today from Amazon. I bought one of those. It's $29.99. It's a purse-size charger for my cell phone, because my cell phone is a 6S and the battery's going after a few hours. And I keep my cord with me, but you can't always find an outlet. So by having this in my purse, I just put my cell phone, plug my cell phone into it. It's like its own little battery, and it'll charge my cell phone. So you might consider getting that if you don't already. Something else to pack: pens, notebook paper, and a tote bag, because USANA doesn't necessarily every single year give a tote bag or a little handy backpack. And in the years when they didn't, I was so happy that I tossed an emergency Plan B tote bag into my baggage. And I prefer note paper, but if you prefer to take your notes on your iPad or whatever, that's fine. Just keep it charged. And truly, just in case you run out of a charge, have notebook paper with you. Also, the handout some years that USANA gives has notebook paper in it, but not every year. So that's just one of those Boy Scouts be prepared kind of things that I pack. And have plenty of paper with you. Plan on taking lots of notes. And our cell phones, of course, nowadays have those little flashlights in them. So if the lights are down and you get an aha, flick on that little tiny flashlight and take your notes. We do not mind you taking notes. You need to take notes during convention. And also take note, almost like journaling. Journal your experience. I'll be taking my notes, and all of a sudden I'll put in the margin, whoa, or aha, or a big star, or whatever, because I've had an aha moment. So you want to be able to do that. Remember your business cards, and have those with you at all times, in a pocket, in your purse, in your tote bag, because you'll be chatting with someone in line or whatever. You'll have a connection, and they'll have an idea, and you'll want to follow up with them. You need to swap business cards, so do that. Okay, moving on to eating and drinking. One of the places in my convention budget where I have the most savings is food, because I bring my own NutriMeals or my Smart Shakes with me. You're going to want to, as soon as you get to your hotel, get some water that you have in your room, gallon jug of water at a nearby store or convenience store or whatever. Get a couple of them. In the Salt Palace, USANA is going to have huge containers of water, but they do run out. So also pack a refillable water bottle. Make sure that it's BPA free. I bring my Sonavive water bottles. They're BPA free. I fill them with my hotel water. And then once I'm in the Salt Palace or I'm in the arena, the extra water isn't in the arena, but when I'm in the Salt Palace and I see that my water bottle's low, I do refill it with the USANA water. Some years it was reverse osmosis water. I don't know if they'll do that this year, but you need to hydrate, especially if you live in a more warm, humid environment or you live at sea level. There is a shock to your system to go to dry Salt Lake City in altitude. And one year I actually got altitude sickness because I didn't hydrate and I had a little too many carbs, and I actually had almost a vasovagal experience with altitude sickness, and I ended up in the ER. That was one convention that I had part of my convention where I did not want to be. So it can be a serious situation to get altitude sickness. Okay, healthy snacks, you can pack those in your baggage, or you can get to a grocery store, hopefully before things really kick off. Get yourself some healthy snacks for the room and to put in your tote bag so that you're not getting extremely low blood sugar. And of course, you know, those USANA Nutrimeal and My Smart Shakes, if you have those at breakfast, you're going to have a nice even blood sugar level, so you should be fine. But extra snacks help. Oh, how we pack our Nutrimeals or My Smart Shakes. I either use the single serve pouches and bring a handful of them, or I pre-mix my favorite perfect flavor, couple of different flavors into a gusset bag. I make sure it's closed. I put an extra layer of masking tape on it, and I put it in a gallon-sized Ziploc. And I take that with me in my bag to convention. Every single breakfast for me is a Nutrimeal or My Smart Shake. A few of my lunches are, if I'm not able to get something else, and a few of my dinners are, especially before Thursday night awards, or maybe Friday night, the USANA USA party, when you want to have something around 6 p.m. before you do something else. Which, going back to some of the packing, this is what we can pack in our allowable liquids. Celavive, because the Celavive containers, even though they're a little bit larger, they only have like 1.5 ounces in them. So Celavive can be put into the Ziploc. Oh, we have kitty cat coming across. This is a cat crossing here. Anyway, in your Ziplocs, in your carry-on when you're going through TSA, Celavive is one of my favorite things to have. When you do bring your shakes and you're in the hotel room, how do you mix them? Well, if you happen to have one of the USANA shakers and you love that and you love that consistency and you're used to it, those shakers are very lightweight. Get those in your luggage. If you like something more slushy, I invested years ago in a hand wand blender. So it has a motor, very lightweight. It has a wand. I put it on. I plug it in my hotel room, turn it on. I've got my water, my USANA powder in here, and my hotel ice. Stick it in, and I get a slushy drink. It's very lightweight. This is an old discontinued Braun, but Oster and Cuisinart, and I believe even Braun now have these hand wand blenders. Again, when you go on Amazon, search for hand wand electric blenders, and you'll find something that'll be awesome. Are you getting excited? Okay, let's see what else I've got for you. Oh, yeah. You may need a bit of a light, healthy caffeine lift mid-afternoon. So order some Rev 3 Surge packs. Of course, they're extremely lightweight and have a few with you. You can actually put those, peel them apart and put them directly in your water bottle with your water. Or if you happen to be in a room that has disposable cups for your water, put the Rev 3 Surge pack in, and you've got a very healthy caffeine lift. If you are lucky enough to drive here and you can buy Rev 3 or bring Rev 3 cans, just expect a mob to form around you because the rest of us will be extremely jealous. Okay, again, toiletries, bring your Celavive. Bring your Celavive. And then also bring your Sensei shampoo, conditioner, shower gel, hand therapy, and body lotion, because the Salt Lake City air will suck the moisture out of your skin. So you want to feel very comfortable with that. My job today is to make you feel comfortable about convention. Of course, bring your USANA vitamins. If you're using health packs and Mind Health Packs, it's very easy to do. And because they're already sealed, it's my understanding that TSA will allow them through and carry on. But since I get a little bit nervous, what I tend to do is I put 2 days worth of my USANA vitamins in this Ziploc to go through TSA. And then I put my rest in checked in baggage. In the worst case scenario of me losing baggage, 2 days worth will give me enough time to get to USANA headquarters and be able to do a quick will call and get some product. Okay. Use your breaks at convention to shop. Use your Wednesday to shop. So if you haven't done your airfare arrangements yet, make sure you arrive as early as you can on Wednesday, if not before, and be able to shop. Wednesday is logo merchandise day for me. I'm wearing USANA merchandise. Yay! Wearing my bling. They have different logo wear every year, and much of the logo wear and logo merchandise, like mugs or key fobs or whatever, are uniquely only being sold at convention. So get there and get those. Wednesday is my logo merchandise purchasing day, and it's also the day that they may have some specials on some USANA products. You may see a slight discount or a nice combo pack that saves you a little bit. That's when I buy that stuff too. I'm going to be using it anyway in the next couple auto orders. Might as well get it now and save a little bit of money. And again, that's where I know how much I can put back in my bag to take back with me weight-wise, or I go to the UPS station and take it home. Some people, this is the USANA USA page, but some people, like baby boomers, want to have a print out of the price list so that when they see specials in the USANA store, they want to compare it to what would they normally purchase. So before I go to convention, I do print out a price list, and people from other countries tend to like to do that as well. All right, now I'm going to give you a hint that if you don't follow, you may have an angry mob around you. The USANA lines at that store on Wednesday will be long, so expect that. But one of the things that make those lines so long is that people wait till they get up to the register, and then they don't know where they want to put the volume of what they're purchasing. You have a phone with you. You're going to be in line for a while. Check your volume, decide where you want to put in what leg that you want to put your merchandise, and know that when you go up to the cash register. Otherwise, they try to be kind. They take the time to look up what your tree looks like. Then you've got to make a decision. Then you don't know. Do it in line. Do it in line. If you have in your hands at the USANA store some products that have sales volume to them and some logo merchandise or business products that have no volume to them, what I like to do is go up to the register, and I purchase the non-sales volume items that are tax deductible in one order. We close it out, I get my receipt, and then we do the items that are not tax deductible, that are my consumables. That way I don't have to, my consumables receipts, I don't have to be quite as careful with. My tax deductible receipts I have to be very careful with. Are you guys getting excited? Okay, cell phone etiquette. Before you go, have that cell phone charged and put in as many people's phone numbers in it as you can. Of course, we can use Facebook Messenger as well to get hold of people that we'd like to do. When you're in these sessions, have it on vibrate. I don't want you to turn it off, but have it on vibrate so you don't interrupt other people around you. You are encouraged to Facebook post and Instagram and tweet all you want quietly in these sessions, but a loud cell phone signal is not something any of us want to hear. So please keep it on mute. There is an app for your cell phone, and it is called USANA Events. If you've already downloaded it in previous years, just open it up again and it'll refresh with basic 2018 information. Right now, it's not filled with much except that first page, USANA Events. So that app will help guide you through training stages. It probably has a map on it. It will guide you through the entire convention, and it will be fully loaded before you go so that you can sort of lay out where you want to attend trainings and when, and work with your upline on what do they recommend. The recent years, they've had those training sessions sort of blocked out where it's for beginner or sort of a medium, intermediate, expert USANA person, and then there's a gold and above room as well for trainings. That can kind of help guide you, but please go with your own intuition and your own gut of where your weaknesses are. Go to the trainings that you are most afraid of, you need the most. I recommend bringing a laptop or an iPad with me, because when I'm back in the room, I want to have something with a little bit bigger screen to be able to email back home, email to my partners that didn't make it. And I'm a baby boomer and my thumbs don't go as fast as many of you. So doing email on a small phone is hard for me. But almost all of the bigger hotels have a business center with PCs. So if you don't want to bring it, then use them. Let's see what else. Oh, headquarters tours. This is the time, if you've never gone or you haven't gone in a couple of years, the USANA headquarters tour is a must-see. And my recommendation is to do it on Wednesday before things get really, really exciting, because they only do the headquarters tours on Wednesday, then Friday afternoon and evening, and Saturday evening. And you're going to want to do it. You're just going to want to do it. They have buses that meet at one corner of the Salt Palace, and I believe it's across from the Holiday Express, and it's diagonal from like the Olive Garden. So hope that kind of helps you. The street names are so familiar, I forget the street names, but it's at the corner of Southwest Temple and one other street, and I believe it's the Holiday Inn Express that is the hotel across. So there's going to be a whole bank of buses. As soon as they fill, they take off. They go the 20-minute drive or so to USANA headquarters. You tour at your own pace. You'll be in a group, but then you can wander around as well. There's even a USANA cafe if you want to grab some healthy food. And then you get back on the bus of your choice that's going to go back to that same spot when you're ready. Again, keep all your convention receipts. They are gold for you for tax receipts, especially in the USA. This is something sometimes I forget to put in my tote bag. Kleenex, because sometimes you get a little teary-eyed, you get a little verklempt. This is an exciting time, and you get an aha that just makes you have an emotional shift. You want to have Kleenex with you. Oh, this is funny. Someone told me many, many years ago, she had a physician with her at convention. It was a physician's first time. And the physician made the most amazing observation. After being in the arena with 9,000, 10,000 people, she heard almost no coughs or sneezes. And in a typical arena at a ball game or whatever, you hear it all over the place. That's the USANA family. That is the USANA family. So again, this is your time. This is your convention. Even if you're babysitting, helping someone else enjoy their first convention, you give yourself some boundaries and give yourself that ability to do your own absorbing in your own little environment, your own space. Now, I will post the PDF of my travel tips in here when this converts. I'm doing this on a laptop, so it might take a little while for this live video to convert. All right, let's go to the giveaway. Okay, we are giving away. USANA has very generously donated a $50 logo merchandise gift certificate that is usable at the logo store at convention. So it's for convention goers. If you want to win it, listen up. You are going to find in your home logo wear, or your shaker bottle, or something that has the USANA logo that is your logo merchandise, and you're going to take a photo of it. Either clothing that you're wearing, or holding a shaker bottle with a Nutri-Meal in it, or something that's catchy. Okay? You're taking the photo. Then you're going to post it on your Facebook wall. You're going to mark it public, and you're going to put a comment. You may caption what it is, but put a comment about some time when you were drinking a Nutri-Meal shake at work in the break room, and it caused someone to ask you a question, and you actually sold the reset kit that way. Or you were wearing logo wear, and you got some really interesting conversations when you were out in public at the post office. Post something positive about what that logo merchandise has done for you on your Facebook wall. Once you've got it, then in some way, post back here in comments proof of what you've just done, so that we don't have to go to 150 people's different walls to verify that they've done this. You can do it by doing a screenshot of that post, or if you're not screenshot literate, take your camera, take a photo of the post on your laptop, upload that camera photo to your laptop, and post it as an uploaded photo here, so that we can see that on your wall you did something about a post of logo merchandise or logo clothing or whatever, and how it positively affected your business. And once that's done, I'm going to be a busy girl today. It's Monday. Monday's a busy USANA business day. But between 10 and 11 p.m. tonight, I will use a computer randomizer, pick a post, pick a person who's the winner. I will announce it in this thread, and then I will happily Facebook Messenger that person as well and let them know that they're a winner. So we have gone 43 minutes, but if you, okay, I'm seeing just a few questions. Lori, thank you. Lori Mulhern. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for letting me do this. Sarah Edmondson is asking, explain tax exempt versus not exempt purchases. I'm not a CPA and I don't play one on TV, but USANA products that are consumable are not tax exempt because they're consumable in the USA at this time, unless you give it as a gift or you use it as inventory and you sell it. So USANA merchandise is not tax deductible, but logo wear and business tools, CDs, DVDs, brochures are, because it's advertising. So this is tax deductible because it's advertising for my business. When I go out, it's advertising. So when I go to the cash register and maybe I have some Celavive products that I found a good deal on, and those are not tax deductible. They're consumables, they're mine, but they're not tax deductible. So I'm going to have them as one order. And then if I've got this, maybe I find a cute little mug, maybe I find a neat blender bottle or a water bottle or a baseball cap or a t-shirt, something that is logo wear that can be considered advertising. That is a business expense. And I'm going to do that as a separate order just so that I can keep that receipt in my business expense receipt envelope that I bring with me when I travel. Hope that helps, Sarah. Anybody else have quick questions? If the question had already been posted, I'm not seeing it, so you're going to need to post again. And I'll wait for people to type. Okay, you can always fast forward and listen to this video again to get the details on the giveaway. But what you're going to do is take a photo of yourself wearing or holding or with some kind of USANA logo merchandise. Take a photo, post it on your Facebook wall. Make it public. Then in the caption for that photo, in the verbiage above the photo, you may say what it is, and then also tell a story of when using or wearing some logo merchandise helped you open a conversation or make a sale or get a PC. Something fun. Even just opening a conversation is awesome. Once you've done that, it's on your wall, it's been posted, it's public, the verbiage is there, the photo's there, then either do a screenshot or take a photo of it and get that screenshot or photo back in this thread. Because between 10 and 11 p.m. Mountain Time tonight, July 16th, I will be coming back on, counting the number of people that I see with screenshots, using a randomizer, picking a number, and picking our winner to get $50 logo gift certificate to be used at convention. Anybody else have any questions? And also feel free to use this thread because other people will be hopping on and watching this fresh once it converts. Use this thread to post some of your own travel tips. Oh, one other thing that I remember with water. Some people will actually put a small empty water filter pitcher in their luggage, and then they filter hotel water if they're afraid that they can't get out to a convenience store or a grocery store to buy some water. Anybody else? Oh, I'm seeing some people I know. Okay, I think that is it. Lori, is there anything that you think I have missed? Oh, and I will post my OCD handy tips document here in this as a PDF file. And if it doesn't go in here, I'll do a separate post and post it in a separate post. You're welcome, Sarah. Anybody else? I'm going to give you 15 more seconds if there's no other questions. I must have done a good job. And if you see me at convention, come up and say hi and let me know that you love and love. Let me know that you were in this group, because I love getting hugs from new people because we're all family. And by the way, I have been in USANA now for 24 years. If I didn't say it before, I know some of you were probably not even out of diapers 24 years ago, and some of you were not even born yet. Thank you all. I'm going to end it. Have a great one.